Business Blueprint, simplifying your success.
Now, process normally is a scary word. As Amanda said yesterday, different brain preferences. Most entrepreneurs do not like the word process, okay, including myself. And I'm not going to stand here and talk about all the processes you should have in your business. You've got some brilliant blueprints that Dale's got, and you've probably had lots of people stand on stage and talk about processes in the past. I'm not going to sit here and bore you. I'm not saying that it's boring, but I'm not going to sit here and tell you stuff you already know. I want to give you one thing that we did at Coke that I think can make you significant money. How does that sound? Yep. Okay, great. So here's a practical example that we did at Coke. There's a little chain called Subway that you might have heard of. When I first started with Subway and Coke, it had 200 outlets. They were 100% Pepsi. In 6 months, I got them 100% Coke. The free cash that Subway generates is they've got the most free cash in the world. Fred DeLuca, the guy that owns it, has got the most free cash in the world. Okay? It's a money-making machine. But in Australia, they weren't making the money out of each per store that they should. Okay? So what we could have done is emotionally gone in and spoken about, actually, you've got to sell more Coke, blah, blah, blah. But no, what we did was actually get their data, their transaction data, and came up with a very specific strategy of how they could actually sell more sandwiches with Coke. Okay? So within 3 months, we generated in Australia and Subway $1 million worth of profit for them in 3 months by using data. So most of you are probably sitting, so who here knows what big data means? Put your hand up if you know what big data means. A couple. Okay? Most people don't know what big data is, but everyone's using it. It's a bit like strategy. Oh yeah, I'm doing strategy. Yeah, but what does it mean? And the other thing is most people think that big data and using data is just for big companies. Well, I'm here to tell you that that's not the case. How you use your transaction data, you've got a truckload of data sitting in your business that is completely untapped. And for Coke, where we made all our money in the last 5 years, or when I was there, was by actually taking transaction data from customers and actually looking at it. So we took it, in this specific example, how many people ordered a meal and did not have a Coke or did not have a beverage. We mined that data. It was a massive gap. The incidence was only 30%. And then what we did is do specific deals in specific stores to actually implement to get that $1 million. But this works across any business. We worked across coffee businesses. We've worked across restaurants. We were even doing some data analysis in lawyers, okay, at the moment, around billable hours, etc. This stuff can make a real difference. So the first one was about putting your prices and making sure that's right. This is about using your data to make better strategic decisions. Okay? And one example is a company called Summit Insight, a brilliant Australian company. They're just like you guys. They're just taking over the world with some great innovation. You can get them to come and get your transaction data, do analysis, and turn it into profit. Okay? So that's all I want to talk about from a process point of view, but it's really, really powerful.
Business Blueprint. To access more great content, visit businessblueprint.com.